We're in the middle of this really profound shift in medicine. It's a transformation that isn't some far off future thing. It's happening right now in February 2026, and it is completely reshaping the clinic as we know it. And this quote right here, it's moved way past being a simple prediction. This is reality. We are beyond the testing phase with AI. It's not just a tool a doctor might use anymore. It's becoming a true reasoning partner right there in the exam room. So how in the world did we get here? Well, in this explainer, we're going to track this agentic tsunami through 5 key stages. We'll kick things off with its arrival in the clinic, then we'll look at the new breed of AI making it all possible, see how it can literally predict our future health, understand what an AI coworker actually does, and finally, explore the doctor's radically new role in this new world. Okay, let's dive right in. The whole era of just testing out algorithms, that's over. What we're seeing now is this massive structural change, where AI is being built directly into the core infrastructure of healthcare. You see, the critical difference today isn't if a doctor uses AI, but how they use it. The old way was basically like a glorified search engine. You ask a question, it fetches some info. The new way, it's like having an autonomous clinical coworker, one that can look at a patient's entire history and actually reason about it. So what's behind this massive leap forward? Well, it's a whole new breed of AI. These models go so far beyond just predicting the next word in a sentence, they're being built from the ground up to actually think. And this slide gives you 3 really powerful examples of what's out there. First up, you've got a powerhouse like GPT-5. Its System 2 reasoning engine means it can think slowly, deliberately. It's not just a gut reaction. It can digest a whole medical history in seconds. Then you have something like MediXR1. It's open source, and it has this thinking trace, so doctors can follow its logic step by step to see how it got to a conclusion. And for ultimate privacy, you've got MedGamma, which is designed to run completely inside a hospital's own secure servers. And if you want to see the sheer power we're talking about, just look at this. On the ridiculously difficult US medical licensing exam, GPT-5 is now scoring almost 96%. That's over 15 points higher than the average human expert. This isn't just a small step up, it's a monumental leap in what's possible. Now, this kind of reasoning power opens up one of the most exciting frontiers in medicine, predicting disease long before symptoms ever show up. The whole focus is shifting from just detecting illness to achieving what some are calling velocity, the ability to get way out ahead of a disease, buying patients time that is just invaluable. A perfect example of this is something called Sleep FM. It's a foundation model, which is really just a fancy way of saying it was trained on a colossal amount of data. We're talking over 500,000 hours of sleep studies. And the incredible part? From just a single night of your sleep, it can find these tiny hidden signatures of diseases that might otherwise stay invisible for years. And believe me, we are not talking about minor things here. This model can help predict the future risk of Parkinson's, of dementia, and even heart attacks. The potential here is absolutely staggering. It gives us a chance to intervene at the earliest possible moment, often before any permanent damage is done. And this goes way beyond just sleep. You have other models like CatchFM that are digging through millions of messy, unstructured clinical notes, finding these subtle patterns that point to hidden cancer risks, the kind of thing that's just so easy for a busy human to miss. So how does all this amazing tech actually show up in the exam room? Well, AI is becoming an active participant in your care, kind of like a tireless medical resident that's always there in the room. One of the biggest and most immediate impacts is what's called the agentic scribe. So imagine an AI that just listens to the normal conversation between you and your doctor. It automatically figures out what's clinically important, drafts the complicated medical note, and then just presents it to the doctor for a final check. The impact of this is just huge. We're talking about cutting the time doctors spend on paperwork by up to 75%. And that's not just about making things more efficient. That is time given directly back to you, the patient. Time for more questions, deeper conversations, and just better care. This AI coworker is also showing up in the operating room. There are now surgical visual co-pilots that can watch a surgery in real time, acting as a second set of eyes that literally never gets tired. They can flag critical moments and help make sure safety protocols are followed perfectly every single time. So, with AI handling so much of the data crunching and the administrative grunt work, the very definition of what it means to be a doctor is changing right before our eyes. A doctor's value is no longer just about memorizing thousands of facts and diagnoses from a textbook. Instead, it's shifting to high-level oversight, the ability to guide these powerful AI systems to ask them the right questions and to expertly verify their output. It's really a move from memory to management. And this new role, it's not just a nice idea, it's a requirement. Regulators like the FDA and in the EU have classified these AIs as high-risk systems. That legally mandates what's called human-in-the-loop oversight. What that means is every single AI output is considered a draft until it's verified by a human expert. The doctor is, and must always be, the final decider. So all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question for the future of medicine. When a machine can know pretty much every fact and study every last piece of data, what does it then mean to be a wise doctor? What is the new role of human intuition when it's partnered up with nearly perfect computational precision?